Hi everyone, welcome to another one of our wonderful countryside walks. Today we're here in an area called Alva Glen, which is basically at the bottom of the Ochil Hills, and we're going to have a wee walk around this area. Now, this glen features a lot of lovely scenic areas. It's beside Alva Water, and this area was also famous for dyeing and textiles, which we've mentioned previously in our other videos, cotton in particular here. I think there are 5 waterfalls and a dam, and also a cave that you can reach from this point. So let's go and see what we can find. We've got a plaque here. It's for the Hillfoot's Diamond Jubilee Way to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the coronation of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. It was erected in June 2013. Now there's a carving up there. I'm not sure if it's meant to be a monkey or a caveman, or what do you think, Bear? Looks as if it's got long hair and a beard, so.
It's called Ugg.
Ugg. Lovely wee bridge.
That's nice, isn't it?
There's a coat of arms here, which is for the borough of Alba. It looks kind of like an anchor of some sort. These coat of arms have so many different things on
It
them.
looks as if they're putting
Locks
on it as well.
Well, butterflies of Alva Glen. Which ones have you seen?
Little sculpture of the butterflies. But it looks like it was placed, maybe the flowers were placed here in loving memory of somebody's dad. Wow.
There appears to be lots of butterflies in this area. Maybe not so many in this season, but I'm sure it'll be lovely when they're around for the seasons that are meant to be in. I found a cousin. Look, there. The brown bear, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, this seems to be. I don't know what these are. I'm not sure, but the wee seat here. My favourite thing, a bench. This would be a nice viewpoint here. Now, as mentioned before, there was quarrying done in this area. And apparently there was a family named Erskine who mined the Silver Glen nearby, and it was discovered it was the richest vein and purest silver to be found in the UK at the time. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this area was obviously a hub for the wool and the textile industries, and the Alva water was used to make water wheels and various other things for the mills that sprung up around about the area. And there were also 2 new inventions made at that time to make it easier, shall we say. One was the flying shuttle, and the other one was the spinning jenny for spinning and weaving within the mills themselves, and that sped up production so that they could make more on a daily basis. Public path along this way.
Again, plenty of seats in this one.
Like
You'll need them unless you're very, very fit.
But I've got mine with me anyway, just in case.
I have no doubt there will be some views out, but not from within the glen itself. That's one little view out over Clickmannanshire. Not that you can see a lot of it. So after having a wee rest,
Needing it after those steps, I'll tell
we're
you.
heading on.
Right, okay. I think that dog kicked its nose on my stick. But these things happen. I'm sure it'll be fine.
So this time, we thought we would just saunter and let you enjoy it with us rather than putting loads and loads of music on it. We probably will put some music on depending where we are.
That is one long drop. It is quite a distance. From what I read about it, one of the waterfalls, the Craighorn waterfall, rises to 200 and...
Which waterfall?
The Craighorn waterfall, which is, I think the one that guy passes and maybe talking about. It's as high as, I reckon, what we said, 69, 70 feet.
No idea.
Yeah, it's about 213 metres, which is about 70 feet. And that's the height of that particular waterfall.
Metres or?
No, it's 213 metres, so it'll be like 70 feet, because you get...
You mean high up above sea level?
Aye.
Yeah, aye.
Aye, from where we are.
Yeah.
Carpet of leaves.
Yeah.
Soft underfoot.
Yeah, and the water's flowing down the bottom of the gorge there.
Mm.
It's flowing fast.
It's certainly fast just now, all the rain we've been getting. It's lovely.
There you go.
Sheer drop. You don't want to be anywhere near the edge, which is good. They've got fences up obviously all along the way, so, and warning signs, so it'll be just fine.
But if you notice, I've put unicorn out to the side that's at the gorge.
You can really tell that we're in a gorge because we're enclosed on either side by rock faces, and obviously the water rushing down the rocks on the gorge floor beneath us. Bear, look at this. What do you think that is?
Oh, I think I know what that is. What about you?
I think it's maybe part of a pipeline. Of
Yeah,
some sort
it is. It's part of that pipeline we passed.
Yeah.
So they sent it all the way around here. Wow. Has to be, eh?
Well, I can't think of the shape of it, and when I can't see it being anything else.
Right, caution that sheer drop.
Another one. No pushing.
As if I would.
I can only imagine what it must have been like back in the 18th century when none of this was probably here and it would just be open and the people that would maybe have to follow it, that would have been very perilous for them, I would imagine.
Oh, who knows? We don't know how long it's been here.
The actual mining industry and whatnot was way back in the 18th century, so I would imagine they would have used these paths that I would reckon would have been here to transport stuff. I think it would have been very scary. I find this atmosphere really cosy, Bear. What do you think?
Yes, it is.
It is, because it's so nice and it's winter, but it's not raining and anything like that, and you just get the trees kind of over the top of you, and it's almost as if the rocks are hugging you.
Yeah, well, in a sense, it's shielded from the wind, unless the wind comes down the glen sometimes, and the sound of the water makes it quite peaceful.
Yeah, I love it. I'd really recommend doing this, definitely. It is. It's a pipeline. Some bits show more than others, but this definitely goes this way. This water here looks as if it constitutes part of the supply for the borough of Alva. Now I know there's a dam nearby, so yeah, I can quite understand that. And it says anyone polluting the water will be prosecuted. So no PP and anything like that in the water. That must be where it starts.
Well, that was quite loud. Getting a little bit more peaceful now.
These, can you imagine maybe how long this has been trickling down like that, and how much of a path the water has gorged, roaded, just so that it can down here. It comes down here and goes down the side here into the Alva water, I would imagine itself. And you always get these big, massive, huge rock there. And it's just amazing. Nature at the best.
look at that.
Amazing. Look at that spray coming up when it hits the water. Do you feel it?
I can feel it. Got the wind at my back and I've got the spray in my face.
Here's another angle of it. It's just majestic, isn't it?
It's lovely.
What do you think? I love waterfalls. I just think they're... Yeah,
It looks like that way is blocked. Oh look, there's a bench.
Oh look, a bench. Have a drink. Have a seat.
There you go. A nice bench to look all the way down the gorge. Now, while Unicorn has a wee seat, I'm going to show you this. I certainly never expected to see a rose bush up here. Not sure if it's a full rose bush or it's just discarded roses that's been put up here for some reason. So anyway, continuing on. Well, it's like a little burn here, as we call it in Scotland. A wee river of water pouring down. So you need to watch your footing. So Unicorn's decided to stay down there because it's a bit much for her. She did want to come up here, but she never really did the research for it, unfortunately.
For the moment, this is as far as we're going because, like it's only Unicorn, I never bothered researching to see how high it would be, and it goes a lot higher than this. And there's a whole lot of path apparently on the other side, but hopefully we'll be able to show you that in another video. But today we're going to end it here. So I hope you've enjoyed what we showed you so far, and the information, the history and whatnot of the area. So this is the Unicorn saying, happy rainbows.
Anyway, it was still quite enjoyable, still exhilarating. It was nice to see those waterfalls.
I'll get on the other side another day. Just a wee bit kind of iffy at the moment, especially with the legs.
So even that wee bit on that kind of terrain, it's just a wee bit too much for her. No, it's not totally sad. She loves it, but that's why we've taken her to lighter trails and country parks and stuff. It's different if the yak and I are out. We can go up these trails quite happily. Go up mountains, whatever we fancy.
The rocks are crying.
Ah, so they are. Is that them crying because you didn't want to go up?
Yeah. They're crying because they never made it to the other side.
Whoa.
Wet and slippy.
Wet and slippy. Well, that wasn't the wet that caused me, that was...
Now, we don't want the bear taking another tumble like he did in Berwick.
That wasn't the wet that caused that, it was a wee pebble. As you come up the wee path, there is a bench here just slightly above the car park. A couple of benches for picnics. And interestingly, they look as if they are in good condition. Wonderful. There's a wee path just at the back of the car park here too, so you can come up that way too.